All right, Washington State head swimming coach Russell Whitaker. Week 2 of the season, you guys had an impressive meet down in Fresno State. The Fresno State invite against where you guys won 5 races against a good UCLA team, San Diego State, Fresno State, some really good competition. But 5 wins on opening weekend, you got to feel pretty good about your club with a lot of new faces. Talk about the Fresno State invite week 1.
Yeah, I thought overall Fresno State Invite went extremely well for us. We opened it up really well with our medley relays. The 5 free did really good and 2 IM, but especially that 50. We had freshman, Darcy Revitt win the 50 free and especially going to 22:98 to win the event. And then 5 minutes later in the 2 free relay, getting up and going 22:94. So really exciting first session. And then second session, a little bit rougher for us. We still had some great swims, but just not as much, I think, energy and excitement as we had. And I think it showed that we brought it that last session, that third session on Saturday morning. We won 4 out of those 6 events that day. And it's like we were talking, we said as a staff that winning is contagious. And I think it just caught on a little bit too late for our girls. I think we should have carried that momentum more from that 50 free into that second session a little bit better. But, capping it off with, Doria Thazi winning the 200 fly, Darcy winning the 100 free, freshman Tatum Janning winning the mile, and then especially that 400 free relay, just absolutely just mowing down the field in that, and beating UCLA in that. Really exciting for us to see that. So overall, very happy with how that meet went. It's hard for me to compare it from past years. I think a lot of people want to get hung up on that, but I think when we look at where we were at from an energy standpoint, leadership standpoint across the board with other athletes like Emily Lundgren, she just continues to impress with how she leads the team. Selena Duran, I don't know if there's ever been a swimmer that brings the energy and the excitement and the hype that Selena does on pool deck. She just rallies the girls before every event, after every event, just cheering and stuff. So a lot more cumulative than just what was done in the pool. But again, I'm very happy with what we saw this past weekend.
One of those names is a new name that you just mentioned, Darcy Revitt, freshman out of England, won won a couple races, had a top 10 time, helped the relay team to a win, was named the Mountain West swimmer and freshman of the week. What was your chance? You kind of unleashed her to the world. She's not a secret anymore. What was it like being around Darcy and seeing her success at Fresno State?
Yeah, I think watching the success, I think that's something that we know that Darcy has a lot of potential in those events. I think what we saw this weekend, maybe, I don't know that it really caught us off guard. It was exciting to see, but definitely I think with where we're already at in the season, to see certain times like that being thrown down of, if you can, just look at past swimming greats like Chloe Larson and stuff like that, and you can kind of see that trajectory of where it's at. I think it just makes the future even more exciting for what the possibility is. And so for Darcy, I think we've just got really good momentum now as we head into these meets. And for her, she's never raced short course yards now coming from England. And so I think for her, she's still learning how to swim short course yards. But a meet like that, I think especially for our internationals, it's so important to build that confidence with them. And so I think that's really more what this weekend was her learning how to still swim that short course yards, but gaining the confidence in those events and knowing that she's going to be well taken care of here. And I think that she's doing a good job of taking care of us as well. So
that's high company. You're talking about Chloe Larson, so that's and the same events too. So that'll be fun to watch here, not just this year, but throughout your career at Washington State. So congrats to Darcy Revitt. Shifting gears, yeah, you guys are back at home now. Open your home meet schedule. You host Northern Colorado Friday night at 5 o'clock at Give Pool. What's the message to your team? What's the focus like this week? What do you want to see from your club?
Yeah. Biggest thing is just, we talked about it last time as well, but just maintaining our confidence behind the blocks. Lisa Ebling, the head coach in Northern Colorado, she always does a great job at developing sprinters. I think especially sprinters, but just tough swimmers in general. And so really, I think for our girls to view, I think how those swimmers attack their races as well and to learn from your opponents. And so I know we're going to get some great races from Northern Colorado this weekend. So very excited to see how our girls continue to handle that. And then obviously as well at the dual meet, how can you handle swimming more events in a shorter time frame now? We're going to be a lot more crunched in, finishing a dual meet now in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So just seeing again, how can you best take care of yourself and best take care of our team within that time frame. So very excited for that. And especially just with everything that we've got going on, it's going to be our pink meets for breast cancer awareness here in October. So we're really excited to rock our new swim caps that we've got this year, a new design that we're very excited to let everybody be able to see. And then, just on top of that, I think with what we've got planned for our fan engagement, we've got bubbles for all of our fans. So every time WSU wins an event, they can blow bubbles out. So we're excited to start a new tradition for that. And even with our girls, for every event that they win, they get to do a t-shirt toss and stuff. And so just making sure that we not only build the experience for our student athletes, but we're building that experience for our fans to make sure that they stay just as engaged in the sport of swimming as well. I mean, we need to be stewards for our sport, and I think continuing to show and demonstrate what our women are capable of doing.
All right, Coach Whitaker, thanks a lot. Thanks for the time. And then, yeah, Cougs are back at home, host Northern Colorado Friday night at 5 o'clock at Give Pool. Thanks, Coach, and good luck.
All right. Thank you, and go Cougs.